He was born in a cage, not in a den among tall grass, not under the open sky, not beside his mother in the wild. He was born surrounded by iron, cold, and darkness. His mother was used only for breeding. She wasn't free. She didn't roam the plains, didn't hunt, didn't choose her own life. Her body belonged to people, and the purpose of her existence had been reduced to one thing: to give birth. Every cub she had was taken from her almost immediately. She wasn't allowed to lick them, hold them, or raise them. This cruel cycle repeated again and again. He was one of them. He was taken from his mother while still blind. From his very first days, he knew neither tenderness nor warmth nor safety. He didn't know what it meant to be a cub. Didn't know what it meant to grow up in a pride, to play, to learn to hunt, to explore the world. All he knew was the cold metal of the cage, rough hands, harsh voices, and pain. His childhood ended before it even began. He didn't grow up. He was shaped into an object of future spectacle, a product, an investment meant to be trained and placed under the lights. From an early age, he was trained, but in truth, he was broken. He was beaten when he refused to obey, starved when he failed to perform commands. He quickly learned resistance meant pain. The trainer's voice became the sound of fear. The whistle meant danger. The crack of the whip was law. He didn't know what good meant. He only knew how to avoid punishment. He obeyed not for reward, but to survive. 7 years, 7 long years of life in a traveling cage with a concrete floor and constant relocation. A new city, a new show, new cheering crowds, but always the same cage, the same rusty bars, the same stench of fear and urine. He didn't know what grass smelled like, didn't know what wind sounded like. He had never felt a raindrop on his face. He had never run, never played. He wasn't living, he was existing. Every performance was torture. He walked into the arena to roaring crowds, spotlights blinding him, and the trainer with a whip at his back. He sat, jumped, laid down, did everything he was told. People clapped, children laughed, adults admired. No one saw what was behind those movements. Fear, not talent, not joy, just terror. Fear of pain, fear of hunger, fear of death. His soul had been burned out, his instincts suppressed. He didn't roar, he didn't growl, he didn't call for help, he just stayed silent. His voice had been broken before he ever learned to use it. He had long since stopped being a lion. He was a shadow, a mask. Outside, a proud predator. Inside, empty. He had forgotten who he was. He stared into nothing, waiting for pain, for commands, for it all to finally end. Then one day, everything changed. It happened early in the morning. Just another day, it seemed. The circus was parked on the edge of town. People were asleep. The animals were silent. Suddenly, footsteps, voices, strange smells. He heard metal tools, unfamiliar conversations. Someone was approaching. He tensed. These people weren't from the circus. They moved differently. They didn't smell of sweat and cigarettes. They didn't shout. They didn't rush. There was something else in their movements: calmness, purpose, respect. The lock clicked. The cage door opened. He didn't move, didn't growl, didn't run. He sat still. Was it a trap? A new trick? Another punishment? But no one shouted. No one yanked a chain. No one raised a hand. They carried him out. Gently, as if he were fragile, as if he were alive. The sun hit his eyes. He squinted, not in fear, in confusion. His body trembled. He wasn't afraid. He just didn't understand. It was his first real sunlight, the first open sky, the first wind not trapped behind metal bars. The air was too clean, too real, almost overwhelming. They laid hay beneath his paws. He stared at it like it was a dream. Carefully, he placed one paw on it, then the second. He took one step, then another, and then he froze, a scent. He sniffed the air, something soft, warm, and alive. Grass. He had never smelled it before. He bent down, sniffed it again, licked it. Then he laid down, just laid there. Still, not from exhaustion, not from fear, but because he had no idea what to do with this world. He was free and didn't know what freedom was. It scared him, it blinded him, but it also called to him. He lay there looking at the sky, a real sky not painted on a circus tent, and he breathed. So began his new life. His name was Cairo. He was one of hundreds of animals rescued from circuses by people brave enough to fight for them. He was brought to a sanctuary where he heard silence for the first time, where no one gave him commands, where no one expected tricks, where no one rushed him, where they simply waited. At first, he didn't trust anyone. He barely ate. He hid from the light. He still lived in a cage. Only now it was inside his mind. He couldn't believe the world could be any different, but they kept coming. Every day. No whips, no chains, just food, water, patience. He looked into their eyes and saw something he'd never known: kindness. He expected pain. Instead, he received silence. He expected blows. Instead, he was given care. Each day without cruelty was a small victory, each meal a sign of trust. Weeks passed. He began to eat. He stepped outside, first a step, then 2, then 10. He started to smell trees, feel the earth, listen to birds. All of it felt strange, yet warm, alive. One day he roared, a real roar, deep, powerful, not from fear, from life. He remembered who he was. He was a lion. Today, Cairo lives in a vast enclosure. There are trees, wind, sunlight, shade. No one commands him. No one makes him perform. He sleeps when he wants. He walks. He listens to the rustling leaves. He lies in the grass and watches the sky. He is finally, simply alive. And every breath is a victory. Cairo's story isn't fiction. It's not a video. It's truth. While you read this, thousands of animals still live in cages. They are beaten. They are dragged from city to city. They are displayed for applause. They stay silent. But they remember. They feel. They suffer. Circuses with animals are not joy. They are not art. They are cruelty, hidden behind costumes and lights. We clap while they break inside. We laugh while they cry. But every rescue is a chance. Every saved heart is a step toward a kinder world. Cairo didn't have a voice, but now his story can speak for him. Share it. Refuse circuses with animals. Support those who rescue. Because while we remain silent, someone is still living in a cage, and someone like Cairo is waiting to breathe in the scent of grass for the first time in their life.